Well, here's another video I've been wanting to make for a long time, and this is from my buddy JH586. He's got a Yugoslavian Mauser, and they did some shooting with it recently at the Dead Zero range in Tennessee. Looks like everybody had a good time. But this is just going to be a quick video. Hopefully, I'm not an expert on these. I do have some, like you can see. I've read one or two books about them. A lot of what I've learned about these I have written down somewhere. I have no idea what I've done with it when I moved. It's somewhere. I'll find it eventually. But I had all these dated to like the month they were made and everything, but I don't know what I did with all that. But this is just going to be an overview of Yugoslavian Mausers, and this is not a complete list. I'm missing, at least two variants, that I know of. But this is going to be a decent representation of them. The first one here on the bottom, this is what they would call an M2447. This was the original rifle right after World War I. The kingdom of the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. Basically, that's a new country that they formed. They needed some guns, so they went to FN and they got some 1924 Mausers. They actually even bought the equipment and put it in and started making Mausers, the model 1924, which it has an intermediate action, which I'll try to show you that here in a minute. So this is not a M24. You can still find those. They're pretty rare and usually not in very good shape. At least not, usually have very bad bores and things on them. But this is a M24, receiver and some parts, probably bolt, receiver, whatever, that they've rebuilt, put a barrel, new stock. And they did this after World War II. They had some of the M24s. They got some of them back. They got their, the Germans, when they invaded, they took out all their FN equipment. They took out all their Mausers. Most of that they got back after World War II, probably plus some for reparations and different things. But they started making these after World War II. And the model, the year designation is 47. I can't remember exactly this one. This is an earlier one. They made these for about 2 years, I think, from 47 and 48. And I think this is an earlier 47. But you can see this. I don't know if you can see it, but the writing right there on the side. If I can close up a little bit, it says M2447, and then this is Zavad 44. Which what that stands for is like Institute 44 or Factory 44 in Kraljevo. I can't say it, but anyways, it's like modern day Serbia. And they still have a factory there where they make firearms. But this is the M2447, and then moving up one. This is actually what they call, you can see right there on the side where it says Model 98. This is a German, it's a K98K. Model 98. Some of them will say 48/98, or they have different, you can find these with different markings on them, but it's generally referred to as a 48/98. And what this is, it's a German Mauser. Some of them they got as reparations from the war. Some of them were actually captured by the rebels, Yugoslavian rebels, led by Tito, which was their president later for many years. But you can easily tell the German ones because of the hand guard. You can see the wooden hand guard. It stops right here. Whereas, this wooden hand guard goes all the way to the end of the receiver. And on this one up here, the Model 48, the hand guard goes all the way to the end of the receiver as well. This one stops, in front of the, rear sight. So what they did with these is they scrubbed all the German markings off of them because they didn't like the Germans one bit. They didn't want any type of German markings or anything left on these. So they scrubbed all the German markings off of these. And you can usually still find one or two, Waffen amps, the inspector marks on them, usually on the back of the bolts and a few other places when you take them apart. like this one. You'd probably never be able to see that on the camera, but there's a couple German Waffen amps right there, inspector's marks. And as far as the bolts, you know, this is a you know, full-length Mauser, the 98 action. This 24 action, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to take out of here, but this is a hair shorter. This bolt right here is just a little bit shorter, and I don't even know how well you can see that, but these bolts are not interchangeable. This the Mauser, the original K98 Mauser, is just slightly longer than the 24 M24 Mauser 24 bolt. And another difference on these is they don't have a bolt lock, you know, on the magazine, which on their last round it won't let you, you know, move the magazine forward. The Yugoslavians got rid of that, and it doesn't have a like an empty magazine lock on it. Whereas this German one, when I try to put the bolt back in here, see, it's going to stop me right there, you know, because it lets you know you're out of ammo. So, but that was originally, that started life as a German K98. Yugoslavians converted it, and then this last one, this is the ones they built new. This is the M48. There's a couple variations of this. There's a 48, a 48A, and then a 48B or a BO, and then they've also made some ones where they made for other countries and imported some, but you can see right there, real proud, it says M48 on it. And you can tell, you know, the wood, like this, these bottom two, you know, the wood stocks on them are pretty much, you know, identical. The only difference with this one, the, you know, the M24 47, it's just got a flat steel butt plate on it, whereas most of the Mausers, the German ones, will have a cupped butt plate. Then they went ahead and stayed with the cupped, you know, butt plate for these. But you know, these are mostly going to have the bent bolts on them, and you know, these are usually in pretty good shape because they didn't, you know, use them much. Didn't have to. But you can see all the different markings. This is the VOD 44. This is Produci 44, and then this is something I can't even begin to pronounce. But they basically all stand for the same thing. Institute 44, Factory 44. It's where they made them at. You know, I've read a couple good books about these, and these are really high quality guns. You know, they did a really good job on these. They're just really nice in every way. This book, unfortunately, they don't. It's out of print, unfortunately, but you can see some of the. You know, these would be the M. You know, 98 48s, some of the different markings you're going to have on them, and that would be your German Mausers that they redid. You know, and then there's some more down there. But you know, this kind of just goes through it and tells about it. But you know, when they started out with the M24s, you can see some of the markings there. You know, it's going to say you know, model 1924. And you know, those you can still find those. I don't have one. They're pretty, you know, pretty hard to come by usually, but I just got what, you know, what I could get on sale or what I could find at the time and different things. But I've really liked these Mausers. They're excellent guns in every way. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can say about them. I was trying to make this just a quick video. It's gonna be, you know, 10 or 15 minute video, but hopefully somebody can you know, get some good information out of it. But you know, you can see that they're all gonna have the crest right here on the receiver, and then, like I said, usually they have the markings on the side to tell what it is, and you can, you know, pretty easily date these guns. Unfortunately, these you can't tell a whole lot about because, you know, they scrubbed them. Some, I mean, I've seen them where, you know, you can still see the faint markings on here. The German markings were very faint, where like the year and the manufacturer on them. But most of them, they did a really good job, you know, scrubbing them. And of course, they all fire the 8mm Mauser round. But I don't know. Hopefully, you know, somebody can get some information out of this video. Hopefully, it's been helpful. JH, buddy, I hope you like that Mauser. Hope you get to shoot it a bunch and enjoy it. You know, they're great guns. I enjoy mine. I don't shoot them. I need to get out and shoot them. I need to shoot them some more because they really are excellent to shoot. Very accurate normally. Most of them saw very little action. You can usually find them in pretty good shape. Unfortunately, like most surplus, the prices are going up on them, you know, pretty rapidly over the years. You know, I didn't pay over $300 for any of these, you know, when I got them, and now I wouldn't even know. I haven't looked at them. You know, I don't know if they're 400 or how much they are, honestly, but they're a good collector's item, and they're good guns. You know, they're still solid, well built. All right, well, I think I'm out of things to say. If anybody's got any comments, leave me some comments. Like I said, I'm not an expert, you know, on them, and this is not all the different variants. This is just what I have. So anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time.